ice hockey. Like many sports, it's a simple game, where outscoring your opponents is all that really counts. But it is a sport that can be unforgiving, a sport that leaves a lasting mark on those that play. Every hockey player knows that in the pursuit of their ultimate goal, they will have to put their bodies on the line in a way few other athletes experience with such regularity. For some, the season has already been a success, but no matter what glories have gone before, nothing feels the same as a playoff championship. It is the playoffs that define teams across the globe. It is a game to the end of a season, a game that no matter what has taken place previous, sends some home losers and others as winners. Fans from across the nation, from every team, are in attendance to see the culmination of a long season. A season of 10 teams, 60 games, comes down to 2 teams. One game, one hero, one winner. We welcome you to the Rapid Solicitors Elite Ice Hockey League Playoff Final 2012.
With Cardiff already through, Nottingham were looking to book their place in the finals for a repeat of last season. David Clarke set them on their way. As time ticked down in the first period, emotions just started to fray a little as David Alexander Beauregard, with one chance, got a little caught up on the boards, and all of a sudden he and Sylvain Cloutier began to grapple with one another, much to the disapproval of the referee. Into the second, and it was the Panthers who found their stride. Mark Levers with the wrist shot to make it 2-0. And under a minute later, it was the Panthers again. Picking the puck up down low, there was an opportunity. Eventually it broke to Sammy Ryman, and had no problems making it 3-0. 3-0 up and really in cruise control, but there was a bit of fight left in the Stingrays, and they themselves managed to cut the deficit through Jason Silverthorne. But Nottingham didn't wait long. David Clarke with his second of the game to make it 4-1. And Clarke was to go on to score a hat-trick in another influential performance. Nottingham continued to press, this time Rhett Gordon taking all the time in the world. Another fine finish from the former Sheffield Steeler, who'll retire after this weekend. Nottingham really pressed forward and they continued to get chances. This time Matthew Myers picking up the pieces. While Nottingham were caught slightly on their heels, and a slight mistake from the goaltender allowed Derek Campbell in to score. And he assisted on the first goal and scored a hat-trick against the Steelers the week before. He really was in some fine playoff form. It didn't take the Panthers long to respond. Clarke involved again, picked out Myers behind the net, and he was to return the favour as Clarke picked up another hat-trick on Final Four weekend. And there was still plenty of gas in the tank for the Nottingham Panthers, who continued to press. This one though, Boucher would probably want back. David Alexander Beauregard getting the credit for the goal, and Nottingham continued to press. This time a long shot, eventually deflected home. Robert Lakovic taking the credit, and there was still time for another from the Panthers. Jordan Fox, so influential in the regular season, making it double digits. As time ebbed away, one final goal for the Hull Stingrays. Player coach Sylvain Cloutier capping what's been a good playoff campaign. A disappointing semi-final for Hull, but the Nottingham Panthers once again progressed to the final and with a chance to do the double.
Davies lines up against Fox. Benedict gets the first shot away. Fox is going to get the second. Chance for Beauregard. Scores! David Alexander Beauregard, the number one goal scorer in the league, makes it 1-0 in the playoff final to the Nottingham Panthers.
Wow.
Patience on the puck at the final moment.
He doesn't panic. I mean, and that's why he's the leading scorer in the league this year. Great shot straight from the face-off. Guys tie up, and they leave the most dangerous man. Probably the first breakdown Cardiff's had in front. They leave the most dangerous man in the league 5 feet out. Look at his patience here. Phenomenal goal.
One of life's good guys as well, good people, David Beauregard. At 52-57. It's 1-0 to the Nottingham Panthers. Chances of a chance for a shot. McRae, Smith, 15 seconds. David Clark will hit the red line and will score. And does. The Nottingham Panthers are the playoff champions with 6.8 seconds remaining. David Clark wraps up back-to-back playoff championships.
Well, what can you say? It's been a game of chess the whole game. 7 minutes and 3 seconds to go. The best sniper in the league scores the game-winning goal, and but what a game! What a game! And I got to tip my hat to both teams here. I mean, they came here. The Panthers came here the hard way. They had to win by 4 clear goals in the quarterfinals. They did that. And them Cardiff Devils they don't know the word quit. Them boys, they don't know the word quit, and it's been a fantastic advert for the Elite League and British hockey.
David Clark makes his way back to the bench. The party celebrations have started in the city of Nottingham. Lyle makes his way back. Lyle has been outstanding. He's been brilliant all night, hasn't he? And he gave his team a chance to win.
Well, the big players come up at the big times. Beauregard and Clark, and that's the difference on the night, because there really wasn't that much in the game.
The hooter goes. The Nottingham Panthers are the playoff champions. The confetti rains down on a team that has been dominant. Back-to-back playoffs. 4 out of the last 6. And David Alexander Beauregard and David Clark have ensured a championship. What? From coach to coach, what a job Corey Nielsen has done yet again.
Oh, yes, absolutely no denying that. He's got a great team. They play in a great facility. He's given a chance by the ownership to win every year, and and he's repaying that. And what more can you say?
And Ken Clark and his wife will make the presentation to the Nottingham Panthers. Firstly, the man of the match is Craig Kowalski. Kowalski wins the man of the match award.
Well, when it's 0-0 with 7 minutes to go, obviously, there were 2 guys that were doing their job at the top of their profession, Kowalski and Lyle were that. And, now the Devils have gone. I mean, there's a lot of respect in our game and in our sport, and you don't want to embarrass the people that you've just beat. The Panthers can start to enjoy this now, to start to celebrate. The ice is theirs, and you got to give them credit. Danny Myers goes off to GB, in Slovenia with another championship medal in his pocket, and I think the Panthers have been, exceptional the last few years.
Well, the Nottingham Panthers will now collect their winners' medals. So the Nottingham Panthers and again a word for that, back-to-back. We've talked about 3 Challenge Cups, but back-to-back playoffs. What an achievement.
But they're doing it, aren't they? They're the team right now that we've all got to look to and get to. I mean, okay, we won't talk about the league, but every time there's a cup up for grabs, these guys are either winning it or losing in finals or there and thereabouts. And they're a strong hockey franchise, and they're going from strength to strength, and it's up for the rest of us to catch up and get above that.
Dan Green, David Clark scores that empty net goal that just secured the championship. Mark Levers, Brock Wilson. What a signing he's been. Matthew Myers, young Maynard, he'll play bigger roles in years to come. Francis, who Paul Thompson said was just simply outstanding. Rynanen, young Lakovic, I was going to say the first of many. He's actually won 4 or 5 already.
Wow. At such an early age, which tells you, what a future he's got ahead of him.
Brandon Benedict, again, outstanding.
Big
Beauregard. You just can't eulogize enough about him, can you?
No, and he scores big goals in big games, and that's all you can ask from your top players, to turn up when it matters. And that line of Fox, Beauregard, and Benedict, they got that game-winning goal.
Well, Ken Clark is letting his wife present all the medals, but I have the feeling he'll take the glory photo He picks the trophy up just behind his wife right now, who collects the medal. And there's Rick Strachan. Danny Myers has done this so many times. There's only Danny Myers in the league who could just point his finger at Ken Clark and just go, just wait a minute, would you, Ken? He wouldn't mind just waiting, just doing it. But Ken Clark will present the trophy not to Danny Myers, but to Rhett Gordon. And is this Rhett Gordon's final game as a professional hockey player? He's only been with the Panthers 6 months. He's such a leader, such a winner. And Ken Clark presents to Rhett Gordon, and Rhett Gordon will raise the playoff championship trophy. The Nottingham Panthers are the playoff champions. And for whatever their reasons, with Gordon perhaps playing his last game, a classy thing for Danny Myers to do.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's obviously a reason behind that we don't know, but...
And Rhett Gordon goes to the Nottingham Panthers fans. The Nottingham Panthers are playoff champions 2011 and 2012. They just love winning those big games.
And I think the proof when the captain gives that up, that this sport's about you play for the badge on the front of the shirt, not for the name on the back. And now they can go and enjoy themselves.
Well, it's hectic, it's mayhem up here. Owen only knows what it's like down there with you. What a fantastic atmosphere. Take us home.
What an atmosphere. Certainly the crowd are on their feet. I mean, it is just amazing to see. Nottingham Panthers, they've done it 2 years on the road. Challenge Cup champions 3 times. Surely it's just almost an upwards for this club.
Well, you know, they are only missing the league title, and you know that's one of those things that will come. It's a long stretch to win the league title, but in the short series like these, where it's 1 in, 1 out, you know, they're very, very good. They've always had good firepower. They've relied on their netminders, and they did exactly the same thing today. They waited. They got their chances. They had what they had to do, and they did it.
This moment right now is the epitome of championship sport, and here for the Nottingham Panthers, they have the greatest of celebrations, the greatest of facilities in the UK for ice hockey, and now they probably have the strongest club, as Paul Thompson mentioned, across the elite league at the moment, and here they win another playoff championship, and you've got to give them their due. You've got to give them that respect. They've taken a long time. People don't remember, but back 12 years ago when they weren't in this facility, they cut it back and they got ready to build, and they build and they build, and they got season ticket holders through the roof here in this building, and they've got a strong business and they've got a great club.